Hello students, welcome to the course Numerical and Statistical Method. Here I am explaining some more rules which I have earlier also explained. In this rules, number one is if A and B are two events associated with experiment, then probability of A union B is probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Figure of this can be formed like this. Okay, this is A and this is B, and this whole is known as what? A intersection B. So we are concerned to find A union B, means we have to find this whole. So this is A union B. Next is if A and B are mutually exclusive. Listen students, it's very important to understand what is the meaning of mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive means disjoint sets, means both the sets are different, means it's like this. There is no any kind of intersection. Okay, A is here and B is here. So in that case, PA union B is PA plus PB, and if you find intersection, so because this is disjoint, so intersection will be 0. Third point is A, B, C are three events associated with a random experiment. If there is A, B, C are three experiments, so if there is three experiments, so we can draw the figure for three experiments like this. Okay, this is A, this is B, and this is C. So this is the figure for so if we have to find A union B union C, means we have to find this. Okay, so if we have to find this, then we will add PA plus PB plus PC. Then the intersection one we will minus it, because two times we have added this A intersection B, similarly B intersection C and A intersection C. But while subtracting all these, this one we have subtracted, then again we have subtracted this, then again we have subtracted this. So this one also means this intersection where A, B and A, B and C, all three are intersecting, just vanished. So we have added P, A intersection B intersection C. Fourth is if A, B, C are mutually exclusive, means disjoint sets, then what? It's very simple, that intersection will be 0 and union will be PA plus PB plus PC. Now next one is P probability of occurrence of B but not A, means what is the meaning of this? How you will read this? Probability P complement intersection B is known as the probability of occurrence of B only, means A will not occur, only B will occur. How we will draw the figure of this? You can draw the figure of this by like this. This is our A, this is our A and this is our B. And now if you want to draw the figure, we have to find B only. So B means this. So what we have to do, means the probability of getting B but not A is what? From B you have to just subtract this intersection part, then you will get only B. So this is the meaning of occurrence of B only. Okay, similarly occurrence of A only, then the formula will be PA minus PA intersection B. Similarly, what is the meaning of this exactly? See, here I have written the meaning of this: PA intersection B complement union A complement intersection B is known as the probability of occurrence of exactly one of the two events. Means from both the events, so if we have to get only one event, then what will be the probability? Means if A, either we want A or we want B. So for this you have to just write down the formula for this, because earlier only we have studied that A intersection B naught is PA minus PA intersection B plus PB minus PA intersection B. So just this is 2 times, so we will added, I have added this, then it will become 2PA intersection B. So these are the names. Next is, our next rule is, for any two events A and B, the probability that exactly one of A and B occurs is given by, now only we have studied, that is PA plus PB minus 2 PA intersection B. You can write this as, see, we can split this as PA as from addition theorem we know that PA plus PB minus PA intersection B is, this whole is known as PA union B, and this is 2 times, so we can write it 2 times like this. Okay, and this whole will become PA union B, and this one we have written. So this is the formula. Now similarly, if three events are there and we have to find the probability of at least two of A and B, C, then A intersection B, B intersection C, C intersection A, but we have to subtract A intersection B intersection C intersection two times. Okay, because at least it is given means two times will also acceptable and three times will also acceptable. Therefore we have only subtracted two times. If exactly two will it will say, then we will subtract three times probability of A intersection B intersection C. Now if exactly one time it will say that the probability of getting exactly one of A and B and C, then PA plus PB plus PC minus 2 times of intersection A and B minus 2 times of intersection B and C minus 2 times of intersection C and A plus 3 times you have to add this. Because while subtracting intersection of A and B, B and C and A, we have also subtracted A intersection B intersection C, but three times extra we have subtracted. Therefore we have added also three times probability of A intersection B intersection C. Now next we are going to study about the law of total probability. Law of total probability. What is law of total probability? Let S be the sample space. This whole is known as S. This whole is known as S. And let E1, E2, En be the n mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. Means E1, E2, E3, E dot 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 En. These are the events. Okay. And this whole is known as sample space. What is the meaning of exhaustive event? Mutually exclusive means all are different. Means E1 is this much, E2 from here to here, E3 this one, E4 this one, like this. Means all are disjoint. No, E1 and E2 are not intersecting each other. Okay. So mutual exhaustive event means if you will add up E1, E2, E3, En, then you will get sample space S. Means you will get total S. That is the meaning of exhaustive event. So if we will add E1, E2, E3, we will get S only. So suppose in this exhaustive associated with a random event, if A is any event which occurs with E1 or E2 or En, A is an event. A is an event which occur with E1 or E2 or E3 or En. Okay, means we don't know. If OR is there, then I'm just writing it like A intersection E1, maybe it will occur with E1, maybe it will occur with E2, maybe it will occur with E3, and so on. So I have just written intersection this. So this is A is the event which may be occur with E1, E2, En, anything. So what is the probability of getting A? What is the probability of getting A? Then the probability is P E1 P probability of A by E1 plus P E2 P A by E2 plus P En P A by En. So students, I'm just explaining this question with the help of this example, then you will understand. There is a bag which contain 4 red and 3 black balls. A second bag contain 2 red and 4 black balls. I'm just writing it. Okay, from one bag is selected at random, and from the selected bag one ball is drawn. Okay, so what is the condition? That two bags are there, okay, in which first bag 4 red and 3 balls are there, 3 black balls are there, and in second bag 2 red and 4 black balls are there. Means both are different bags and the balls are different. So one bag is selected at random. Okay, so because first we will write like this, a red ball. Okay, not we will write first we will write like this, from the selected bag. Okay, first I'm reading the question. From the selected bag one ball is drawn. Okay, any of the bag I have just selected, because both the bag contain red balls, so any of the bag I have just selected. Find the probability that the ball drawn is red. We have to find the probability that whatever the bag I have chosen, that is red only. So first I am just writing it, a red ball can be drawn in two mutually exclusive way. There are two ways. Okay, two ways are there to select. Either we will select from bag 1 or we will select with from bag 2. So first one is what? Selecting. First what we will do? First way is that we will select bag 1 and then draw a draw a red ball. This is the first condition. Number 2 is we will selecting bag 2. We will select bag 2 and then draw red ball. These are the two ways, and draw a red ball. Understand? Next is what? Now these are the events. Okay, now what we will do, we will just mention the events. See, even denote the event means that we are selecting a bag 1. Okay, even denote selecting bag 1. E2 denote selecting bag 2. And one more event is there. A, that is drawing a red ball. Okay, this is the question, and we have to find the probability of drawing a red ball only. So how we will find? Two bags are there. If one bag only exists and we have to find the probability of getting a red ball, then it's okay. But we have to find two bags are there. Two kind of selection we have to first do. Afterwards we have to find out the red ball. So how we will do it? So probability of selecting even first bag is, because two bags are there, so probability of selecting first bag is 1 by 2. Similarly, probability of selecting bag 2 is also 1 by 2. Okay, both is 1 by 2 only. Now I'm just explaining you with this figure. Try to understand. This is bag 1. This is bag 1, and in bag there is 4 red and 3 black ball. And this is bag 2. In this it is 2 red and 4 black. Okay, and we have to find out what? A, probability of A. And probability of taking bag 1 is 1 by 2, and probability of choosing bag 2 is 1 by 2 also. Now if we will select a red ball A from bag 1, means A by E1, then what is the probability? We will have to select red ball from bag 1. So in bag 1 there is 4 red ball. So we will just select out of 7 red balls, we will just select 4 by 7 is the probability. You have studied this. Now if we will select red ball from bag 2, A by E2, so there are total 6 balls and the chance is 2 by 6. Okay, now this is the chance, means what is the meaning? I am just explaining you. A by even means what? Probability. A by even, what is the meaning of A by even? Probability of drawing red ball when the first bag has chosen. When the first bag chosen, this is the probability, and this probability is nothing but 4 by 7. Now P A by E2, what is the meaning of P by A by E2? Probability of drawing red ball when second bag chosen. If second bag is chosen, then this is the probability. So this probability is 2 by 6. Now we have to find the probability of choosing a red ball. So PA we have to find, and now only we have studied the formula that PA is equal to PE1 PA by E1 plus PE2 PA by E2. How many events are there? That much only will write. So here we have to write PE1 PA by E1 plus PE2 PA by E2. And you know that PE1 is what? Now only we have got 1 by 2 multiplied by A by E1 is 4 by 7 plus 1 by 2, 2 by 6. Now if you will cancel out, then you will get 2 by 7 plus 1 by 6. If you will add this, then you will get somehow about 19 by 42, and this is your answer. Understand? Now next one more question I am just explaining you. Try to understand. If any doubt is there, you can ask in discussion 4. Find the probability of drawing a 1 rupee. See how many rupees are there. 1 rupee coin from the purse with two compartments. There is a purse and there is two compartment. Okay, two compartment are there. One of which contain 350 paisa coins and two 1 rupees coin. Okay, there is two compartment, like in a purse you have also having purse. In purse there are so many compartments are there. So in first compartment that woman has kept in that purse she has kept a 350 paisa coin and two 1 rupees coin, and in other compartment she contained 250 paise and 3 1 rupee coin. Okay, so then what is the probability of getting a 1 rupee coin? The students, how they here also, because two compartments are there. So means we have one same situation solution. Again we have same situation that a 1 rupee we can select from two ways. We can select, can be drawn in two ways. 1 rupee coin can be drawn into mutually exclusive. Why it is mutually exclusive? Because there are two different compartments and in both the compartments 1 rupee is there. If suppose in one of the compartment 1 rupee is not there, then we have to calculate, then it's okay. But here in both the compartment there is 1 rupee. Here 3 1 rupees and in first compartment there is 1 1 rupee. So in both the compartment there is 1 rupees. So first we have to do a selection for compartment. So here our first is selecting compartment 1. First that we will select compartment 1 and from there I will take out what? And then draw 1 rupee, and from there I will just take out 1 rupee. Okay. Second is selecting compartment 2. I will select compartment 2 and from there I will draw and then draw 1 rupee. Okay, these are the two situations. Okay, now I will just categorize. I will name it as E1. That the first compartment of the purse chosen. Okay, and E2 is the second compartment of the purse chosen. Okay, this is the E2. Okay, now A is what? A will be the question that find the probability of drawing a 1 rupee coin. So a rupee coin means 1 rupee coin. A 1 rupee coin is drawn. Okay, this is the meaning of A. Now first you know that how to find out PE1. It's very simple. PE1 means two compartments are there and you have to do one selection. It will be 1 by 2, and PE2 will be also 1 by 2, means there is a 50-50 chance of selecting first compartment or second compartment. Now what we will do? Now I'm going to draw the figure to explain this. Listen guys, listen students. Here it is A. Now in this how many coins are there? Comp 1 I am just writing. This is comp 1, and this comp 1 there is 350 paise and how many? 2 1 rupee. Okay, and similarly in this comp 2, compartment 2, there is 250 paise and 3 1 rupee. Okay, probability of selecting E1 is 1 by 4, 1 by 2. Probability of selecting E2 is also 1 by 2. And probability of getting 1 rupee from first compartment is what? There are how many coins? 3 plus 2, 5 coins, out of which 2 coins are 1 rupee. So 2 by 5. There are how many coins? 3 and 2, 5, and out of which 3. Probability of A by E2 from second compartment, it will be 3 by 5. Understand? So these are the, so you know I'm just writing it ki PA by E1 means what? 2 by 5, and PA by E2 means what? I'm not writing what is the explanation. You can write it here like probability drawing a rupee coin given that the first compartment of the purse is chosen. If first compartment of the purse is chosen, then the probability of getting 1 rupee is 2 by 5, and if the second compartment of the purse is chosen, then the probability of getting 1 rupee is 3 by 5. So we have to find the probability of getting what? We have to find the probability of getting 1 rupee coin. So PA is equal to formula, according to formula, PE1 PA by E1 plus PE2 PA by E2. Okay, this is the formula. So you have to just put the values 1 by 2 multiplied by 2 by 5. Okay, plus PE2 is what? PE2 is yeah, this is also 1 by 2, and A by E2 is 3 by 5. So you just have to put all these and you will get the answer, as the answer of this question will be yeah, it's simple. It's 10 and then 5 by 10, then answer is 1 by 2. This is the answer. Okay, so this is the answer. Now means whenever a random if A is any event which occurs in with either E1 E2 or anything, means or. Okay, means here also or kind of situation is there, like here two compartments are there, out of which we will select only one only, because at a one time we will select, but I don't know which one I will select. So or situation is there, both the compartments I am not selecting, that I will take 1 rupee from this compartment also and 1 rupees from that compartment also. So this kind of situation is not there. So be always careful that here or kind of situation are there, and we have to calculate that what is the probability of getting 1 rupee. So we will use law of total probability. Afterwards I am going to explain you Bayes theorem. Bayes theorem is very important. Bayes theorem is just depends on the law of total probability only. Let S be the sample space and let E1, E2, En be n mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. It's same as we have studied in total probability theorem. And if A is associated, A is any event, same that A is any event which occurs either E1, E2, E3 even. But in that case I am just finding out the probability of getting A. But in this case, this is that in Bayes theorem I am not finding this. In Bayes theorem we will find what is the probability that if 1 rupee is chosen, that 1 rupee is from first compartment. That kind of situation is there. Okay, so I am just explaining this question with the help of one example. Okay, students, be careful in this. In here we have to use, see here in this, for this question I will use law of total probability. Okay, for this question I will just use law of total probability. Okay, this one I will use. And but for this, for first question I will use Bayes theorem. So what is the difference between Bayes and law of total probability? I'm just explaining with the help of this question. Now students, be careful how we will solve this question. In a bolt factory, ABC manufactures 25%, 35% and 40% of the total bolt. Okay, from of the total bolt, 25% is manufactured by A, and for 35% is manufactured by B, and 40% is manufactured by C. And out of that 25%, 35% and 40%, there is a chance of 5% defective bolt. Okay, means A will produce defective bolt. Means whenever you are doing something, then some of the things may be faulty. So you have to consider that situation also, that 5% of A is defective, 4% of B is defective and 2% of C is defective. A bolt is drawn at random. Okay, I have just at random I have chosen a bolt, and if the bolt drawn is found to be defective, and whatever the bolt I have chosen, it was found to be defective. So what is the probability? So what is the probability that the bolt drawn defective is from first was what is the probability that it is manufactured by machine B. Means if that time if the question and if you will use law of total probability, then what is the probability that the bolt drawn is defective. Okay, so this is the two different scenarios, two different things which you have to use here. So I'm explaining this. So students, यहाँ पे हम so students in a bolt factory ABC manufacture 25%, 35% and 40% of the total bolt. Out of their output 5, 4 and 2% are respectively defective bolt. So what I have done, I have just taken 4 conditions E1, E2, E3 and A with the events defined as follows. E1 means the bolt is manufactured by machine A, E2 means the bolt is manufactured by machine B and E3 means the bolt is manufactured by machine C, and A is the bolt is defective. So first I will find out the probability that the bolt is manufactured by machine A. So probability that the bolt drawn is manufactured by machine A, because there is in percentage 25%, so if we will write 25 by 100. Similarly, the bolt probability that the bolt drawn is manufactured by machine B is 35 by 100 according to question, and probability that the bolt drawn is manufactured by machine C is 40 by 100. Okay, now out of this 5% of machine A is defective, 4% of machine B is defective, 2% of machine C is defective. So how we will write this? Means P probability of A by E1 means probability. A means what? I have considered A means the bolt is defective. This is the meaning of A. So probability that the bolt is defective and it manufactures from machine A, that probability that the bolt drawn is defective given that it is manufactured by machine A, so that is 5%, so 5 by 100. Similarly, probability that the bolt is defective but it is manufactured from machine B, so that is 4 by 100. Okay, similarly PA by E3 is what? Probability that the bolt is defective but it's manufactured by machine C, so it's 2 by 100. Now students, we have to find. I'm just first using law of total probability. This question I'm doing at first. Okay, that what is the probability that the bolt drawn is defective? So means you have to find the probability of PA. So how we will find the probability of PA? See here, PA is equal to PE1 PA by E1 plus PE2 PA by E2 plus PE3 PA by E3. So PE1 is what? 25%, 25 by 100 multiplied by 5 by 100. Similarly, PE2 is what? 35 by 100. Now at previous page only I have find out this, and this is 4 by 100. Similarly, PE3 is 40%, no? So 40 by 100 into 2 by 100. Now if students, if you will calculate all these things, you will get 125 by 100 plus 35 4s are 140 by 100 plus 80 by 100. No, it's 2 times 0, 2 times 0, 1400. And if you will calculate all these, then it will be 5, 8, 4, 12 and 2, 14 and 1, 345 by 1000. So the probability is 0.0345. Very less probability that you will get a defective item. Okay, so this is for this. But now next question is what, which we will going to solve with what is the probability that the what is the means if the bolt drawn is found to be defective. Okay, it's found to be defective. Whatever is given, you just have to put it at a denominator. What is the probability that it is manufactured by machine B? We have to find that what is the probability that it's manufactured by machine B. Means for second we have to find that it's manufactured by machine B, and means we know that it is defective, but what is the probability that it is manufactured by machine B? So for this we will use which theorem? Bayes theorem. What Bayes theorem is telling, that whatever E1 by A is equal to PE1 PA by E1 by summation of all these. Means what we will do, if you have to find this, you have to just, what you have to do, you have to simple write P E2 P A by E2. Afterwards in denominator you will write P E1 P A by E1 plus P E2 P A by E2. This is the formula, okay, Bayes theorem. And P E3 P A by E3. Okay, so P E2 is what? P E2 is what? P E2 is we have find out 35 by 100 multiplied by PA by E2 is 4%, that is this. And now only we have added this and we have got this result, means 35 by 345 by 4 times 0. Now only we have calculated here. If suppose this question is not there, law of total probability 1, then you have to show this calculation also. Now if students, if you will calculate this, you will get 140 by 345, and if you will more calculation if you will do, then you will get 28 by 69. So this is your answer. So this is the Bayes theorem. Now I am giving you along with this written hand notes, I am just giving you 2-3 solved questions also, and you have to solve all those 2-3 questions, and if you have any doubt you can ask in discussion forum. Thank you.